Hey guys, what's up? Mr. White here with Retro Crypto. Well, here it is. This is a trading view setup video I promised. I had enough guys, ladies, and gentlemen make a request in the comments that they would like me to do a trading view tutorial video. Now, I am no tr trading view genius or pro, but I do know the basics, and I'm more than happy to share my knowledge with you guys. But before I start sharing this knowledge, remember, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet. I am not a financial advisor. It's essential that you do your own research, okay, before you make any financial decisions. Also, most important, I don't short and long the market, okay? I don't day trade, but what I do use TradingView for is it lets me know what the current mood of the market is, what is the market sentiment. That way, I know when I'm going to sell or when I'm going to buy. But I'm not an advocate of day trading, and I'm not an advocate of longing and shorting the market. Yes, people make a lot of money with it, but a hell of a lot more people lose their money with doing that. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. All right, so here we go. This is TradingView right here. Now I'm going to drop out of this so we get the full screenshot. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. All right, so this is TradingView right now here. The first thing that you're going to do is get this annoying thing out of here, and you're going to hit get started. Now you'll see that it will offer you different platforms. And I just use the 1495 one. It only gives 5 charts, and that's a whole frustrating part about TradingView, and I'll show you how that works. All right, so now we're going to sign up and create an account. So let me pause this. All right, guys. So now we're in TradingView, and you'll notice, as I was saying before, they had a 14.95, 29.95, and 59.95. I just used the 14.95 plan. It has 5 charts that I can save. It's a little weird how that's set up, but right now I just want you guys to stick with the basic, which is free. Again, I repeat, basic is free. Make sure you like what it has to offer. All right. Don't just go jumping in and sign up for $60 when you're not even going to use it. All right. Now, what I do is I go up here and hit on charts. Now I'm going to show you guys the first trick well, actually, it wasn't the first trick. It took me forever to figure this out, and I'm almost embarrassed it took me this long. You see how it has this hazy bluish gray screen? Well, here's a trick to make it look shiny. If you go up here and then you go here to appearances. Okay, so you're going to start there, hit that settings, go to appearances, and then right here, background, you'll set it to nice dark black. It looks nicer that way, I think. And then we'll set this one to black. So now when look at your screen, it just has that look. You know what I mean? I don't know. For me, that dark black I don't know. I like it. But, I mean, you can set it to any colors you want to. So, to each their own. Now, from there, you will set up your screen here. So let me pause so I can get this. All right, guys, I'm good to go now. I had a little technical difficulty because it changed my new account, even though I swore I used an email address I never used before, but it doesn't matter. I have it set up with the one I'm paying for, but there's no difference between the paid and the free accounts except for this right here. And I will explain to you how all this works. These are like my different chart settings. I believe with the free account, you can only set up one, but it's quite useful, and you'll see. And you can still use the different indicators. All right, it just takes a little bit longer. All right, so now we have this nice dark background screen that I like to have right there. And we're going to start on this side of the screen here. All right, so say you want to add something to your watch list. All you got to do is you click this here. Doesn't have to be crypto, by the way. This covers anything and everything that's on exchanges. This started originally with stocks, obviously. So let's say we want to track Ethereum. Okay. Now here's the trick. Now you're going to see a bunch of different things in here for Ethereum pop up. But you don't want just anything. You want to go to crypto. And then you just don't want any crypto. you want to make sure you pick the right one to track, because you'll notice you'll have Ethereum by Bitcoin on Binance. Binance, they're big, they're trustworthy enough. Or you want Ethereum tracked by USDT. And each one has a different currency or Kraken. You see what I mean? But as you go down this list, you'll have stuff you're like, never heard of them. Like easy markets. They may be big and great, but I just don't know them. So I'd rather not go with that one. And the list goes on and on and on. Now, this is where it gets a little bit trickier, though. Not our projects have a ton of options. So we're going to take a look at Hex. Because Hex is in here, but it does not have as much, obvious as much as Ethereum does. Like you can track it against the US stablecoin on Uniswap. You know, it goes on and on and on. But just remember, you got the currency you want, and then what it's being tracked against. So that's the price difference you're going to see in your screen. And then what exchange, company, tracking website do you want to use? And then you just click this. Like, I'll drop this. No, I don't want to. You click, whatever. You drop it, and it pops up right over here. Just that easy, guys. All right? And you can have all kinds of different stuff. Like right now, you know, I got FTM, Avalanche, Solana. I hate Solana. Polkadot, Terra Luna, Decentraland. Anyway. All right, so you guys get that part there. The watch list is easy. I don't know why I'm still talking about it. First thing I want you guys to do is you're going to come over here. You're going to click on this little right here. Drops down. Load chart. And it's going to, I'm sorry, not load chart. Sorry, guys. You're going to just drop down here. New chart. New chart's going to pop out right beside it. The first thing you're going to do is give this new chart a name. I'm going to call this one Retro Crypto just for fun. Retro Crypto. All right. So now this chart has been created, and this chart is called Retro Crypto. Now it only lets you do 5 of these if you pay $15 a month. But if you're using a free service, you can you can only create 1 of them. But really, it's all you really need, and it's pretty cool. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to set up a chart. So I'm going to clear everything out of here that I can. And I think that's everything. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go up to the indicator field here, right up here. Now, the way you find these is, of course, you can see them on your screen right now. But say, let's start with the very first thing on any chart should be volume. So say you go to your screen, you'll type in volume. It'll come up right there. And then you put a start. If you click this little star that pops up on the screen when you scroll over it, that's the one you'll use. So I want this one. So I click the star, imagine it. Now I'm going to click volume. All right. So now at the bottom of the screen, you'll now have your volume chart there. All right. The volume is very important. That's the very basics of everything. So now that you have your volume down there, if you go back up here, you'll notice that because you hit the star, it'll always be in this indicator chart, okay? And that goes for the rest of it as we move on. All right, so now we're going to go over to where it says volume, and we're going to make it a little bit more visible. So you're going to you're going to take and increase the color and the thickness. I like it to be bright and 75% of the thickness. All right. And you can also change how the lines look, but I like it the way it is with the column. Like you can make a histogram or you can make it a cross. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I like the columns. Okay. But I also like to make sure that it is very visible for me. So I'm getting old. Matter of fact, let's go with make it bold as we can. And you could do this. The volume moving average, but I don't usually use it because I just don't. All right, so now you got this going on down here. You get a real good view of what's going on with the volume. Now, the way you scroll back and forth with the chart, you roll your finger on the ball of your mouse. That'll do the sideways, okay? Come to the side over here. If you roll it up or roll it down. It gets a little tricky, but it's actually easy. But I know during my videos sometimes you'll notice I fight with it. But it makes perfect sense once you start fighting around with it. And it'll give you that range there, all right? Now that you have the volume here, I'm going to go off topic. I forgot something. Let's scoot around up here real fast. I should have did this first. Right up here, you have the day range. So right now it's set at 4 hours. So say you want to look at 2 hours. Say you're one of those guys that like to short and trade, make a quick buck. So now you're looking at the 2 hour range. So I like sticking with the 4 hour range because it's much more accurate long term wise with the sentiment, because 2 hours is very short range. I mean, you'll see guys doing 15 minutes, you know, but that's like the hardcore traders and stuff. But I'm definitely not trying to do that. It's scrolled out really far. So in order for this to get big, you have to, because 15 minutes obviously isn't much time. All right. Anyway, or you can do the day. Days, if you're trading with days, that's probably the safest thing you can do in a lot of ways, because you're taking the overall, you're not trading at the moment, you're investing, if you get my drift. Because if you're looking at the chart just on days, so you're thinking 6 months in advance. So like we're thinking, what was the market doing last September, you know? Sorry, I had to cut some coffee there. And what is it doing now? So that's why a lot of traders. So I try not to go under 4 hours, but hey, do days. You can't go wrong during days at all. All right. Hope that makes sense. If I say anything that's stupid, it doesn't make sense, just hit me up a message and I will explain myself better. All right. So now we're gonna pop up here. What are we tracking? Okay. Let me fix this, guys, real fast. I have it scrolled out so far. Doesn't even make sense. Bear with me. Let's scroll this down here. And this is the other part, like because some things function in $100 versus 20-cent range, you know what I mean? So you have to keep it. You get the drift over here. All right, I forgot the word I wanted to use. All right, let's keep moving, guys. I'm horrible at this, but I want to help you guys out. Right here, lately, I've been using the Heiken Ashi style because it's very clear and precise, but you may find you'd rather go with the bars, or you may go with the candles, or you may want to go with a line. You got the area, which area does look kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie. Then you got the baselines. But like I said, I like the Heiken Ashi. That's the one I prefer. All right. So now you got the volume. You got your Heiken Ashi set up here. All right. So let's start playing around with some of these indicators. All right. So now we're gonna jump up here, and we are better yet. So let's save this. So you click right here. Now you saved it. So now, say you want to load a new chart. Boom, load chart. It comes up, set it accordingly on the with the retro crypto one I created. All right, perfect. All right, so let's go over some of these different indicators we like to use here. So say, okay, we got the volume going, and we're going to add Bollinger Bands. So you're going to go over here, type in Bollinger Bands. Okay, Bollinger Band pops up. And honestly, Bollinger Bands are pretty much ready to go right out of the gate. But you may want to adjust some things. Like you may want to make the lines a little bit thicker. So let's make this thicker here. This is the middle one. And maybe you want the middle line to be, I don't know, something weird. Like this black. Ooh, that is weird. All right, like a black line there. And then you're going to want the lower one to be red. That's not lower. Let's make it green. So you want that one to be green and really thick. Green's not going to work. There we go. The green really thick. And then say you want the lower one to be red and really thick. So I like everything but the black. Let's fix this black, guys. That looks horrible. All right, you get the idea. I'm always playing around with stuff, as you can see. All right, so there we go. I like that one. All right, so now you got your Bollinger Band set up. So we set it up, we customized it, then we're going to save it. Boom. And every time you go here, load chart, click, boom, it's set. All right, But remember, you guys only have one chart, and that's the one annoying thing. But so right here, you have the Bollinger Band set up. And remember, the bottom band is for when the market is in a oversold scenario sentiment. The green on top is when the market is overbrought. All right. And sometimes it blows straight through the Bollinger Band. And then the center is neutral. It's a very easy chart to read. Just like, so like, I mean, my 2-year-old, I don't have a 2-year-old, but a 2-year-old, 3-year-old will understand it. And the volume also is very straightforward. Okay, so over here, so this is where you, remember, this is where you do the settings. This is where I used to struggle, is finding this right here. You click on there, all right? So let's add something else to this chart. Actually, right now, we're going to take away the Bollinger Bands. I don't like that for the default. And we are going to add, let's give you guys something good. Something that you really need. Where's EMA at? All right, let's do the quadruple EMAs. All right, so so just like I told you before, so we're going to go over here to this little drop down here. You type in quadruple EMA, put a star beside it. All right, that way it'll always be over here when you were looking for it. You hit that. Oh, I hit Bollinger Bands. I'm going to take that out. So right here, you got the quadruple EMAs. All right, you see how they're really hard to see at the gate? You got to adjust these. So we're going to hit this here. Come over. And again, we're going to make it bright. 75%. Bright. 75%. Okay. Bright. 75%. Bright red. 75%. And the inputs, I like to put the length at 20 day. So the length is like 20 day, 50 day, 100 day, 200 day. But you can adjust that to your liking, whatever you're trying to accomplish or whatever you prefer. All right. So now we got our moving averages charts in here. And we can let's do some analysis right now. It's that easy. So with this moving average chart, you can see that, wow, it's so tight. I'm going to have to make this really big. The 20-day moving average is up here. It's still drifting downwards, which had me nervous yesterday. 200-day moving average is going straight across. The 50-day moving average, which you can tell 20, 50, 100, 200 by these up here. 50-day is now running horizontal, parallel with the 200-day. And the 100-day is just hanging out down here. The hex, it's going to be dropping, guys. I'm fairly certain it's going to be dropping in price. But you remember, it's hex. I'm not worried about hex. Long term, it's good to go. All right, so this is one. So I'm going to save this. Boom. This is what chart that I would leave at. I would automatically leave it here just because of any given day. You just jump in and look at it. You know what's up. It's very quick to look at. Now, let's add another one here. We're going to go over to the relative strength index. Actually, I just realized I don't want to move it up. All right. All right. So right here you have the relative strength index, and you want to go over here. You want to hit the little settings. Then come over here, and I don't like the colors of this. So for this one, I'm going to make it yellow. Make that. I don't like yellow. We'll make it this color. And then we'll make the center line blue and thick. Upper band could be green. Oops. All right, stop that. And this. All right, so with the RSI, I had to play with this a little bit to get it just right. We're going to adjust these colors around a little bit so it makes more sense. All right, so we're going to make the colors look cool. We're going to make it a yellow, and then we're going to take and make the background. I like the background, actually. I just want it a little bit brighter. Actually, I like darker. Yeah, I do. So we'll make the background a little bit darker. And I turned off the baseline, the base moving average, and I just went to RSI. So, oh, and also you need to these here, the upper, middle, and lower band, you want to make those thicker and brighter also. But with the moving average is very straightforward. It's when it's down here, it at the 30, it's indicating oversold. Okay, when it's up here, 70 and over, is indicating overbought. So Hex was significantly overbought recently, but right as of right now, it is in the very much so neutral territory. Okay, it's a very easy chart, and that I would save to make that your basic chart. Now remember, it only lets you do, I think it's either 3 or 4 of these. So let's go over here. I'm gonna lower this. I want you guys to see how to do this. There we go. You can adjust the size of these by it's like a drag drop feature. Not that one. There we go. All right. All right. So like this chart here be perfect. Like if you just want to get an idea of what's going on with the market at a glance, you got 3 settings here. Now it cuts you off at 3, or it might even be 4. So I'm gonna try to see if I can add one more thing into here. Scholastic volume. Let's do a fear and greed indicator. All right, it is 4. Okay. So, all right, so what I did, this is something I just like to use, is a fear and greed indicator. Now, this is for the overall market. So, this is telling you, and you can, it's just like everything else. You go over to the indicator, type in fear and greed, it'll pop up, okay? But this is telling you what the sentiment of the overall market is. So, is it bullish or is it bearish? And you'll see that I've brought this up on videos before in the past, and it's pretty cut and dry. And it's a very, very, very useful tool. All right. And it's just, all right, what are people, just look at it. What are people thinking today? Oh, they're bearish as hell. All right. Well, maybe I might want to be bullish because you want to buy on bad news, sell on good news. Remember that, guys. All right. Now I'm going to clear all these out of here and we're going to go. So this is the setup I would choose. So you save it there. Every time you go to load a new page, or I'm sorry, load chart, because it won't let you create any new chart layouts. Well, it won't let you save them. But so let's try and create a new. There it is. Simplify trading, upgrade now. Okay, so it won't let you create any new ones. Now, if you load a chart layout, and until you upgrade to 15, you can only keep reloading the same one, and then it'll pop up. So say, all right, this is my default. So now I'm like, okay, default's cool, but that's not what I want today. I'm gonna close this out, and I'm gonna close this out. So say you want to do a Fibonacci retrace. Oh, let's go over these real quick. Yeah, the Bollinger Bands. Now, I also use the Super Guppy. Super Guppy, I picked up from Crypto Zombie, great YouTuber. I've never heard his name blemished for what it's worth. It's a very easy tool just to get an overall market sentiment. So right now, according to this, it still has Hex very much so in the green, and you should approach it accordingly, okay? But this is like really good for like overall, like this here, I like Super Guppy just to look at like long term to get a feel what the market looked like. So like it had the market from August 13th until September was all green, which it really was. And then it just dropped right till right before Christmas. It came up some. And the part that scares a lot of people is it created a lower high. So is this going to be another lower high, another lower high, start dropping down? It's very possible. But anyway, so that's the Super Guppy. I like Super Guppy. All right, we're going to take Super Guppy out of here. Let's look at another one I love to use. All right, I like the EMA ribbons we talked about. No, we didn't. EMA ribbons, I haven't used this on a video, so I'm not going to talk about this. This is what I was playing with, but I cannot verify that it's going to be good or not. All right, now here's one that's good. I want you to write this one down. Market Cipher B, free version with buy and sell. All right, that's the one I'm using. And then I use Market Cipher A. Now I'll pull that back up. The Fu Manchu Cipher A. Okay, those are the ones I'm using. Now, here's the trick though. This is a very great tool. This is a knockoff tool. The actual Market Cipher costs, what does it cost? The actual Market Cipher costs, don't hold me to this, I think the base amount is $600, and then it's like $1,200 or $2,000 for the full version. This is just a knockoff version. And what I did is, I'll keep it real with you guys. I went to, bear with me, where is it? Crypto. Market Cipher. Okay. I went to, it's a Market Cipher .trade, which is the actual Cipher, Market Cipher. And I got the indicators off of here. And then you got to start learning how to use them. And it's tricky, guys. It is tricky. It's a great tool, and I'm really thinking about upgrading to the real thing. But it's definitely an awesome tool. The only thing I'm watching right now, just so you know, is I feel that I'm waiting for this to change over, because I feel like that this trend change was for bullish, but right now things are bearish. But then again, maybe not. Look, there's a little bit of bullish. So let's see what happens. Anyway, I stay on focus. I love doing the analysis. It's just something I enjoy to do. All right, so that's where you get the Market Cipher from. All right, I don't want to spend too much time, because you can spend hours and hours and hours trying to learn how to read it. All right, now that that's done, let's see. Is there anything else that I really should have shown you guys? Volume. All right, I feel safe showing you guys everything there. So now we're going to jump over here. This is where there's some cool tools that you will use. Starters, horizontal line. Make sure you put a star when you find it. Horizontal lines. This is a tool that it's one of the easiest things to use. Makes you act like you're a genius, and it's the easiest. Want to put a star by that one, by the horizontal ray, by whatever you like, but definitely the horizontal line, because this is the one. Let's say I want to figure out where is there a resistance. It should hit at least 3 points before you can call something a resistance point. So on a 4-hour chart for Hex, right now, 20 cents is a good strong resistance. Now say, where would the next one be? I need 3 points right here, 19.3, and the next one. We're gonna go with this one. It's a little weak. Nah, it's good. 18, and so on. And then you got that really strong one down here at like 17 cents. And the next one's at 15. You get the drift. That's how you use that horizontal line. The next one after the horizontal line that I like to use is, well, you have the trend lines, which trend lines basically you click, you drag over. It's very useful. The trend lines, you just want to set it up so that you can see what is it going to do. All right, if it's going to drop beneath that trend. Some people, they like to do wedges with trend lines. Then you got your rays. Rays are pretty cool. Use them for different things. You're dragging. All right. Over here, what else have I used in the past? Horizontal ray. All right. Trend line. All right. You guys get the idea. That part's pretty straightforward on that side of the screen. So I'm going to exit all this out. Also, you got this cool little back arrow menu here. Take things backwards. Or you can always just highlight. Put your mouse over top of whatever you're trying to take out and delete it. All right, over here is also where you will find the Fibonacci retracement chart, and that one you will be using. Let's go ahead and delete. And we're going to get this chart set up properly. I've been screwing around. All right, so we had this recent high point, say December 29th. So with the Fibonacci chart, Fibonacci retracement chart, you're going to start at the top, drag down. Why are we dragging down? Because it is on a downtrend, okay? So then you want the 100 always to be the direction, at the top of the direction you're going. So you want to start, come down with the 100 because it's on a downtrend. This 50% line right here, that tells you that you see how it bounced and it kept bouncing off of this? Somebody that shorts the market wants to see it keep getting rejected at this 50% mark. That means that it's safe to try to put a short in of some sort. Now, if that downtrend all of a sudden breaks through that 50%, what that person would do, I'm going to have to use somewhere else as an example. These are bad examples. Let me take this back here real quick. Bam, bam, and bam. Go away, go away. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the Fibonacci retracement. And it's real simple. You like say you want to buy into this bad boy. You saw it take off. You're like, wow, I want in, but I don't want to pay retail. I want wholesale. So when you want to buy into something, you're not trying to trace its downward momentum, but you're actually trying to trace its upward momentum for a buy-in. You would look at this 61.8. That's that magic spot right there. So if you can get it, and if you can get a buy-in here or lower, this chart would say go for it. But if you were to try to jump like at 38, that would be a bad buy. So remember, it's the 50% line and a 50% line when you're tracing it down, 61.8 when you're retracing it upwards. Okay, so that would say that, oh, what do you know? The good buy-in was 20 cents. You gotta love the Fibonacci. I feel like such an idiot right now, guys. This is absolutely awesome. This chart right now just literally supported what the market just did, and that's why people love the Fibonacci retracement so much. Because if you drag this over here, and you were like, man, I want in, and it's like this day here, and you're like, well, what should I do? If you pull a chart up, it's going to say you can buy in at 20% at the 20 cent line. And where does it go? Right to that 20 cent line. All right, pretty amazing stuff. But okay, so that's a Fibonacci retracement chart. And is there anything else I should show you guys? All right, so in a nutshell, that's what I do with my Tradingview. It does so much more, and you can get it to do so much more. It makes you sick. There's all kinds of hidden features. There's chat groups. You can use other people's charts. There's just so much out there to do in here, guys. But I just wanted to get you guys started with the basics because that's what I know is the basics. Hopefully you found this helpful. And I was just sitting here thinking, well, since you're going to do all this, why don't you put an affiliate link in there? So if you guys do think about subscribing to this, why don't you click on my affiliate link since, why not? Might as well help a channel out. I really do want to get a better camera, but I feel like my YouTube channel should pay for the camera if I'm going to get a better camera. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. All right, but please leave comments, questions, suggestions, anything positive, nothing negative. And until next time, stay blessed, stay happy, and most of all, start charting. All right, guys, peace out.